We have a story out of Mississippi where you have a stone cold white supremacist by the name of Louis Revette, 38 years old. Now, he was sentenced to 11 years in federal prison on Tuesday. Now, it was him and another white supremacist that pled guilty as well. Revette was convicted of one count of using fire in the commission of a federal felony, interfering with the housing rights, and a federal civil rights violation in October 2017. Now, Louis Revette, when he pled guilty to carrying out a cross burning, he said it was meant to threaten and intimidate black families in Seminary, Mississippi. Now, nothing changed with the white supremacists. They will continue to do the same thing. As I told you in a previous video, it's like them old cartoons where the bull will see the red and the eyes start circling. And that bull just lose control and chase that little red marker on the cartoons. That's exactly how it is for the white supremacists with black people. They see us, they lose their mind. They go do the most evil and ungodly things. Now, these particular white supremacists, the black people wasn't in their neighborhood. The black people was in their own neighborhood. So what they were doing was constructing crosses and go and burn them on the lawns of black families. It just wasn't one family, it was multiple black families. And they admitted that they done this because of black people's race, and they wanted to intimidate them because they hate black people. I'm telling you, this is why we always got to be vigilant. The white supremacist is the greatest domestic terrorist known to the world. Look at the acts. Look at the 400 years of terrorist acts done by the white supremacists. They will go to your neighborhood. They will bother you. They will go shoot up schools. They'll hurt their own people. They aren't the sharpest knife in the drawer. And yet you let the people who don't have the sharpest minds get access to weapons and everything else. And this country will never take white supremacy seriously because that's what the country is ran on. They look at white supremacists, sometimes they foot soldiers or sometimes an unintended consequence of operating the system. Either or, it just depends on the day that they're operating. The prosecutor came out and said that she thought that these days were over and she wouldn't see anything like that anymore. The second guy is looking to face 30 years in prison. But let me tell you something. Black America, you have to be vigilant at all times. Never get comfortable. I don't care if you live in a nice area or area that's not so nice. Never get comfortable, because the higher you go, black people, the more a target you are by the white supremacists, because a lot of them that have the whole system slanted their way and they still don't make it, they're more angry at you because they know all the things that's thrown against you and you still get past them. So you're more of a target to them. Understand that. They don't want us happy. They don't want us, as I said before, to even have a glass of water and a smile. They don't. They look at us as their sworn enemy. And that's the way they act constantly, the white supremacists. This is why we can't take this lying down. We can't act like nothing's going on. We can't be oblivious to it. You can't be like, I don't want to hear all that. Y'all, all that racism and all the talking about white supremacy. I'm always talking about that until one of these white supremacists burn a cross on their lawn, or white supremacists go shoot up their house, or go shoot up a school, or go shoot up a Walmart. Until they do that, then they want to take it seriously. Instead of always being vigilant and reading and studying and always looking for the signs of white supremacists, which is the greatest domestic terrorist America has ever seen and the world has ever seen. We got to stop playing, because as their numbers dwindle, as they decrease, so they're constantly decreasing, they're going to become more and more violent. I keep telling you guys that. I study the white supremacists. I look at their patterns. I look at how they move. I look at how they talk. I always study them. And I'm telling you, as a brother who studied them constantly, they're going to get worse and worse. The fact is, you as black people in America, got to make sure to stop playing so much, because they're not playing with you. But leave me a comment that knows anything about this particular story out of Seminary, Mississippi. But stay vigilant. Stay vigilant. And we know definitely in those states like Mississippi, Alabama, outside Atlanta, different places in Georgia, we know that's some very, very dangerous territory where a lot of domestic terrorists are running around. So black folks got to be careful at all times, protect themselves at all times, keep an eye out, and make sure you get some cameras, practice your Second Amendment rights to protect yourself and your family. But we got to stay vigilant, folks.